Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay. Here's a new bird to sing a love song while we stroll along, walking in a winter wonderland. Hi guys, welcome to Bella's Bargains. My name is Amy. Okay, so hey besties, how are you today? Say hello. Very good, Ferdinand. Listen, I haven't had a video out in a couple of weeks because I have been like binging, and I mean binging, videos on how to make my videos better and how to do Instagram and shorts and TikTok and all that. And I've been trying to really step up my game here on YouTube. Well, and Instagram and YouTube shorts and so on and so forth. By the way, I did do a short last week and it was my cardboard Christmas tree. So go check that out if you haven't seen it. It's super cute because of course I don't have room for a Christmas tree here. So I made one out of cardboard. Trash to treasure. Anyway, all right, but today is winter crafts, hence the song, Walking in a Winter Wonderland. Now you gotta let me know down below what you think of this video. Is it better, yada yada, using a brand new app to make my videos, so mastering that, probably be a year before I really master it, and just having fun trying some new stuff. But I do have a couple of crafts that I made for you today. They're definitely winter and I'm kind of excited to share them with you. So let's start. Are we ready? The very first one is my snowflake made out of book pages and little bamboo sticks. And my bamboo sticks are actually from a placemat, which you'll see in the video when I show you how I make it. And look at this. This is a piece of wood. Get this. It was one of Jack's chew toys that we brought with us. It's part of a saguaro cactus, and there were pieces in our backyard, and he chewed on them. Anyway, brought it with us because he really liked to chew on it, and guess what he doesn't do anymore? Chew on it, doesn't touch it. So anyway, so I grabbed it, and I'm like, I can use this. And you'll notice that I have some seashells on here, and you'll see those in the video as well. And I put a little bit more of them around there when it's on display here, because we're living in Cabo San Lucas, near the beach, like a block away. Like if I look out my window, I see it, it's beautiful. So I thought a snowflake with a little beach theme was kind of fun. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you how I made this. It's super cool. And if you've been watching my videos at all, you know that I've done a couple things with book pages because I went to a local bookstore here that has free books and I picked up some crappy old books and I've been using them to make some crafts and use my trash to treasure. So technically my big piece of trash is this right here, but the book pages as well. All right, let me show you how I made this one. Okay, I had to break in because I completely edited my entire video. I even uploaded it. All I had to do was a thumbnail. And then I realized I completely forgot to put in or talk about the challenge. And so I put on the same shirt because I was gonna try and make it look like it was all the same thing. Then my hair was different. I was like, no, Amy, just tell the truth. You forgot. All right, so I forgot. And I'm like, I can't set up my normal way because I got stuff on my camera. Oh, I'm a mess today. But here, let's talk about this. Today's video is a challenge. It's for winter theme. One item had to be a snowflake, which I'm getting ready to show you how I made the snowflake that you've already seen. But listen, it's called Talented Creators Collaboration. And the hosts are DIY with Aria and Loli D's Creations. Can I just tell you how friendly those two women are? They're incredibly gracious and nice and beautiful. When I moved to Cabo, they messaged me and said, Amy, we're gonna miss you, blah, 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 blah. Just, figure out your channel, da, da, da. They were so nice. Okay, and then there's a guest host, which is Arrow's DIY. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know Arrow's DIY channel, so I'll be excited to go check out her channel And as you guys know how this works, right? The playlist, where's it gonna be? Can I hear you? Yes? Right, in the description box below. Oh my gosh, you guys are so smart. And then the host and the co-host channels, guess where those are gonna be linked? Yeah. Do I even need to say it? I don't think so. Anyway, I'm sorry. I've never done this before. I totally forgot to mention the challenge. I was trying to get too many things done. So anyway, so there it is. My hair. We went to a birthday party last night. So this is wake up in the morning here. Like literally. I did put on lipstick though for you. I mean, I did do that. So bare minimum. All right, but that's the challenge. Okay, let me just show you how that snowflake's made now. Don't forget, check out the playlist down below and go visit the host and the co-host. Thanks guys. Here's how I made the snowflake. All right, we're gonna rip some pages out. And I made one to the side there just to make sure I was gonna do this right and how I showed you on the video. So I cut off the bottom of this because I was trying to get as much words on my creation rather than blank page space. So cut the bottom off and then fold it over to get a square. All right, then we fold it again. Now we have a triangle, but make sure that you are cutting where your folds come together, and you're gonna cut 3 slices, not all the way through. Because when you open this up, you're gonna see don't slice all the way through because we're gonna tape our ends together. So we're gonna start in the center, pull them together, tape. Flip it over and pull the next level together and tape. Flip it over again. I gotta trim my tape a little bit here. And then pull these to the center and tape. See what we're doing here? And then we're gonna flip it over yet again and tape the last little grouping together. And it makes this just beautiful little, I mean, it's beautiful, right? All right, so once I have 6 pieces made, I put them together and I put the hot glue in the center, just in the center. I did not tape together my pieces because I'm gonna put my wood bamboo on here, you'll see. So I get it all taped together and it's holding it in its shape. Now I pull out my placemat. There it is. It's a bamboo placemat. And I just start cutting some pieces off of it because I'm going to use those to make the skeleton basically of my snowflake. So I just had to trim them just a little bit. So we're going to have 3 long pieces here. And that's actually what I'm going to glue. You'll see I glue them together, onto the bamboo, the book page portions. So once I have that measured out, I cut them down and then we just glued in the center and then glued that down to the center. So I glued my bamboo together first, then glued it down to the center. Now I'm going to cut the shorter pieces and I'm going to need 3 of those pieces that are going to crisscross and they're a little bit shorter. And then I took the cutoff parts and I made my little like arrow spines on the outside of the shorter pieces, I guess. And then I gave one a little angle cut just so that when it glued on there, they would glue it the same length. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, you can do it however you want to do it. So I made those, get those all done, and then I glue those down to the center. I think this came out so pretty. The other thing, by the way, I could have done is I could have aged my book pages, but I really kind of liked the natural color of them. Now here, the wood is natural colored and it looks good, but I felt like it wasn't quite popping. The skeleton part of this wasn't quite popping enough. I'm adding my stick to the back here because that's how I'm going to put it into my stand. And this was just like a long skewer, but you could use whatever. And now I'm taking the little earrings and I'm cutting the posts off of the back of these earrings to do a little decorative portion of my snowflake in the middle, a little glistening, one might say. So I started with a pearl and then I put, I think, 4 little diamond ones around it. And then in between those, I put little pearls. I didn't have enough diamonds. I would have gone all diamonds. I just didn't have enough. So I did the best with what I had. But I actually think this came out really cute. And it was a super cute way just to step up this craft a little bit. So I glued those in the center. And now I'm going to glue the book pages. See that? I'm just gluing them right there, and this is going to completely hold the form. See how that works? Boom. All right, and then I've got my little wood piece, my wood scrap from Jack's, and I throw a little hot glue in. Already there was a hole in it. By the way, it looks heart-shaped, doesn't it? But there was already a hole in this that fit perfectly, and it stood on its own, so it was completely balanced. So I glued that in there, and then I added a couple of seashells, as you can see there. And now I'm taking that skeleton, I'm painting it white. Not a heavy coat of white. This is just a light coat, and just on the top layer of the bamboo. You guys, it's actually super easy. And I've got to just say, like I think I said it in my voiceover, but these right here, earrings from my 22 peso store, came with, I don't know, about 12 pairs of little cheap little earrings, and I'm using them in so many fun ways on my crafts. So I love my little book page snowflake with a beach theme. But the second one I did was, in different stages of this, I could have stopped, which I talk about. I was like, oh, I could have stopped here and it'd be done. But it kept changing, and so I've left all of my painting in for it because I want you to see sort of how the creative process went. In the end, it's sort of my winter scene, but you notice the three-dimensional there and on the tree here as well? You're never gonna guess what kind of trash that is. You're just not gonna guess, but I'm gonna tell you. So this is laundry lint. When I clean out my dryer, I've started saving the lint because it makes really cool three-dimensional, I don't know, is it crazy? Is that crazy to use laundry lint? Maybe, but I'm totally trying to use trash. And this that I painted on, it's not a canvas, it's a book cover. So in my trashy books that I took apart, trust me, they were worth taking apart. I saved my book cover because I did a Halloween one and I took the book covers off, and I was like, they make great canvases. They're just like a canvas, actually. All right, let me show you how I made this one. See that? There's the book cover. I've got some sandpaper. I'm just gonna like sand off the little strings hanging off from the binding and around the edges just to clean it up a little bit, just in case there's any rough spots. Anyway, and then I'm gonna start with my paints. So I've pulled out like the purples, the blues, and I'm just mixing my colors, but I use a Q-tip to dab it on there because I'm gonna use the same paintbrush to blend these colors together, and I don't want to stick the dirty brush into my paints, so I use just Q-tips to put them on there. And color choice is up to everybody. And I've got water there, just a little bit of water in that plastic thing that I've put the paintbrush in right there, because just a little bit of water helps me move this along my canvas, quote unquote, book cover, because it's pretty rough, but it works perfectly. And again, I'm just blending my colors here, and I'm concentrating mostly on the top of the book visually. Like obviously I'm carrying the paints all the way through. When you paint, layering is really important because backdrops are gonna change your front colors as you add your layers of colors on. And so I'm painting the entire canvas with the sky, even though I know that's not gonna completely show, but visually I'm looking at the top of it, like if I like how it looks, because that's what I know is gonna be seen. But again, all the colors on there because that's gonna change the final color as you layer colors on. All right, then once I get that sky kind of pretty much how I want, the idea was to have different layers of trees, like a landscape where you could see, trees off in the distance all the way up to the forefront. And when you do that, your backdrops are different colors. So I'm taking my white Q-tip and just doing some lines there, like this is sort of the tree line sort of guide for me. And in the very back, I just start with kind of like a gray and just putting spines, like tree spines. And then I just take a wider brush. I don't have good brushes down here, so I'm making do with what I have. And I'm just giving a basic tree swash to these. So just there's a tip and it goes all the way down. And again, I'm not too concerned with every little detail because this is the final backdrop of trees. In the end, I change all this, but that's okay because the first picture that I paint, you'll see, and then I add to it and change it completely. But I like this one as well. So it was just the gray backdrop of the trees at first. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of white, I think, here. Gosh, it's so hard when you go back and have to voice over on these. By the way, if you're liking this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Okay, now I'm going to take the darker, and I'm just, again, it's sort of the spine of the tree was sort of giving me an idea of where I'm going to paint my next level of trees, okay? And now I'm going to go to white, but the gray is popping through from the back. Do you see that? So this is really giving me the layering effect, and every place that I painted one of those little lines, I'm kind of putting my next level of tree up. But see how you can see the first layer of trees, which is that gray, a little more blurry, a little less defined, right? And that really gives me the illusion of there's trees going further back. I'm just not seeing them all. But I'm going to define those just a little bit more, adding a tiny bit of white back there. And now I'm going to take my toothbrush, we're putting it into the white paint, and we're just flicking some snowflake on there. But notice I got one big drop. Just brush those in. Just brush them in. They'll go. Just add it to your back sky. Anyway, I do like how this looks. In some ways, I'm sorry that I changed it, but I can always paint another one, right? And now we're going to go one more level. But notice what I do here. So now we're introducing a whole new color. This is the front level of trees. So now we're going to pull the green in. We're always going to start with our darkest color as your base. So this is that green is my darkest color here. And I'm putting in, you know, my front level of trees. Okay. So starting with that green. This green is basically going to disappear, but it's layered, so there's going to be hints that are going to come through. Look at that. Add that white on, and now you get the next level of trees is darker, more vibrant, and we're seeing the green like it's that first level. So I love how this looks. So now I'm going to add my snow at the bottom, which is where I'm going to start incorporating my lint. See it right there on the side in my bag. So I'm putting glue, just regular white glue down, and then just put the lint on top and rip it away. It works really well. And then I take some white paint with some water, and I just sort of blob it on top of my lint there. And now I'm going to add some lint to the trees for some three-dimensional snow, only on my front level of trees. And I'm going to show you a photo of this basically when it's sort of all done. And again, I added some more. There you go. Now I put it up and I was like, I think it's missing a tree. I decided to paint again. So now I take brown and I'm going to put an even further forefront tree on here. And so I do a really tall one, add a whole lot more green. I've got a trunk on this one, and I just keep layering colors in and out of this thing. So I'm not a professional painter. This is just all I play with it. But I add some light green, and then I go back in, and I'm just layering my colors here, trying to get the definition that I want on this tree. And in the end, I start messing with it, and I'm like, gosh, I don't know about my gray trees in the background, and I decide that I want to make the entire thing darker. So I start adding green into all the other trees, but just different levels of green. So in the back, it's going to be a really dark green, and we're going to move forward. So it's a completely different look than the first one. I actually think maybe I like the first one better. You'll have to let me know down in the comments below. But this is kind of how it goes sometimes. You just start and then, yeah. Anyway, so I keep going here. What ends up happening is I am just adding and adding and adding on this and giving it more dimension as we go. And when I finish the very front tree, I do not add snow coming forward because I'm going to do that completely three-dimensional with my lint. So I've done a lot of things here. I'm doing a lot of shadowing and whatnot. And if I had slowed this down, you guys, it would have been a 3-hour long video. So I really sped it up. But you can sort of see the creative process as I go here, right? And I mean, I like it. It's fine. I just think maybe I like the first one a little bit better. But now I'm gonna add in some red because I'm just going for a much closer, more vibrant colored tree in the front there. And now I'm gonna get my lint out. We're gonna add some snow. I still have my snow base on the bottom that I did before, but I'm gonna add some snow onto the tree, like bringing my branches forward. So I just add my lint on with glue it on, and then I pop my glue over it, and my white paint over it, and then I have my tree. So I like this one as well. I just think maybe I like the first one better. I don't know. This is what I have now, so this is what it's gonna be. All right, so you guys have to let me know what you think. Which one did you like better? So you can see in the process, I was going through the northern lights on the back, which started because the binding on the side here was black, and I'm like, I want to incorporate that. And so I went with sort of this colorful backdrop on my trees. And initially it started with, anyway, well, you already saw, right? So I love this. Did I already show you how I made it? Yeah, I think so. God, I hate that. Anyway. You can sort of see how it metamorphosed into what it did, because these were gray initially. And again, I could have stopped at different places, but then I stopped and I looked at it and went back and blah, blah, blah. But I love my little winter tree scene here. I don't have any winter trees here in Cabo San Lucas. All right, now I'm gonna show you a bonus craft that I'm not even gonna show you how I made because I'm not super in love with it. And then I started thinking, yeah, but I use it every day. So it's funny, I'm not in love with it, but it gets used every day. It's on our back porch. And it's a solar light that I got at my 22 peso store. And I made this cool little lantern. So I'm just gonna really quickly just sort of show you how I made this. So this is the top of the solar, right? It had the stick. So there's that. And this is just a plastic bottle that I wrapped twine around the bottom, wrapped twine around the top, right? And then this just vinyl, and I cut out a snowflake, and this just sets right in there. And I'm gonna show you a picture of what it looks like in the dark. I mean, actually it's kind of cool, but I'm not even gonna show you how I made it because it's just not my favorite. But I do use it every day. It sits out on our porch on a little table, and it's kind of cool. Easy, super easy. And of course, the trash in that one is the plastic bottle. All right, so there you go, you guys, some winter crafts for you. Please let me know down in the comments below which one is your favorite. I'm gonna guess it's my snowflake. My bookmark kind of looks like a pinwheel as well. Nope, doesn't work. Nope, not gonna spin. But it's, I don't know, I think it's very beautiful. I'm loving book page crafts. They're just a lot of fun. So I haven't done well, I guess I have, but you know, there's really intricate book folding that you can do to make cool things. And anyway, I'll get into some of those at some point. All right, and let me know what you think of sort of my new, is it a new video style? I guess not really. It's just a new video app that I use for putting this video together. So And I've watched so many videos on like the best way to make a video and how to, oh my gosh, I can't even tell you. And it took me 2 days to do a video short, which is the Christmas tree. But again, this is, you know, you got to practice these things, you just get better at them. So, all right, now here's a little update on me in case any of you want to know. I got diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis, and we're down here in Mexico, which is a weird thing to do this whole medical thing in a foreign country. But last week I went to the specialist and she was wonderful. And she gave me some new medications. And because crafting can be very difficult when I have so much pain in my joints. And she says I have rheumatoid arthritis for seniors. I was like, what? Huh? Because I guess I'm old now. But they're also still gonna do a ultrasound and make sure I don't have fatty liver disease because my liver numbers were off, which I think was because of the Tylenol. Anyway, we've got to rule out everything. So I'm on a new medication now, which seems to be helping, and I'm hoping that we're going to be able to master this. So that was also part of the reason that I'm just been a little bit slower on my videos, because I was dealing with that health issue. Now, other than that, I feel great. Just in the mornings, the joints are horrible in the shoulders and the hands and the wrists and stuff. So we're trying to get a handle on that, but it's not gonna stop me. It just slowed me down for a little bit. So I'm on a new medication, which seems to be working. So I know a few of you have made comments when I mentioned that I got diagnosed with that, so I appreciate that. All right, guys, that's it. I gotta go. We gotta stop talking about me. I gotta get back to crafting. All right, so everybody, like your... Oh, yeah. Okay, I know. See, Ferdinand misses me making the videos. It's the only time he gets to shine. I mean, there's that, right? I know. Effingham, I appreciate that. What was your favorite today? You like the painting. Ah. Yeah, I know you like colors. Okay, so everybody, have a great day, a great week, a great life. And as always, from your singing crafty crafter, what song did I sing? I love it when this happens. See, maybe I am getting old. Oh my goodness. By the way, I'm 60. So, all right. So what was it? Sleigh bells ring, not in Cabo. In the lane, there's no snow glistening. It's a beautiful sight. The moon's out tonight. Walking in a Cabo winter wonder. Walking in the Cabo Winterland. How about that? All right, guys. We'll see you next time here on Bella's Bargains. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, give me snowflake emoji down below, maybe. I don't know. And keep your eyes out, because I am working on those Instagram and YouTube shorts and stuff like that, and even TikTok, to get more stuff out there and really try and grow my channel. All right. I love you, besties. Till next time. We'll see you. Say goodbye, besties. Toodles.